Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm back with another video. Be a get ready with me video on my full face of makeup every time I go anywhere. This is usually 99.9% of the time what I do. And also this wig that I have on, this amazing wig, will be linked down below. I really don't vouch for wigs like this, but I really do love this wig. This wig, she's fire. The wig will be tagged down below, so make sure you guys shop. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Like this video and drop a comment on any other videos you would like to see. So yeah, it's just that simple. So let's go ahead and get into the get ready with me. So I look crazy, but I'm looking like a bad bitch when I'm done, so this doesn't matter. Guys, the wig that I'm wearing right now is from Asteria Hair. When it's done, I will, like, you know, show a little box and everything. Yeah, right now we're gonna focus on the makeup though. I cleaned my face. I'm gonna put my moisturizer on, my moisturizer with sunscreen. Always gotta wear SPF. Just gonna put this lightly, and I want to go up. I need to like keep focusing on. Well, I need to my nose ring. I need to remember to go upward when I'm putting on my moisturizers, because I don't want saggy skin. I asked y'all to send me questions and like topics to like talk about while I do this get ready with me. A lot of people was just like really like clowning and like, well, not clowning, but like trolling in the comments, like the little question thingy, and honestly that's fine. I'm not tripping, but I also like want to be able to answer the stuff that people actually like want to know and stuff. I'm gonna talk about some topics while I'm doing this. I'm just laying out all my stuff. My vanity is not here yet. All the bad bitches know you do your makeup on the floor. Okay, I don't make the rules. That's just, you know, that's how it goes. To start this video off, we're just gonna get into it. I'm gonna do my eye cream on my under eyes. I don't feel like I have bad bags, just to prevent that. And I feel like this makes my concealer just like sit or like set nicer. Real soft. Oh, the eye cream I'm using is the Clinique Eye Repair Cream. The base moisturizer is the La Roche-Posay Double Repair Face Moisturizer with UV Broad Spectrum SPF 30. Ate that. Whenever I start doing my makeup, I start with my mirrors, like right here. I start with my eyebrows. For my eyebrows, I do not fill them in first. I conceal first. And the concealer that I'm going to be using is my Too Faced concealer. This one, Born This Way. And I'm using the shade Shortbread. It is a very yellow under-based. It's a very yellow-based concealer. I have a lot of yellow undertones. This is something that I personally like. I personally like to use a very yellow concealer. But that's just me. Don't go for that shade if you don't have yellow undertones, or that's just not something that you're really into. And I just use a flat brush and I go under the brow. And I do my own eyebrows because I feel like I'd rather have me mess up my own eyebrows than have the lady at the nail salon mess up my eyebrows and then I'm be pissed. It's about accountability at the end of the day. And I just try and get that as thin as possible. I'm trying to move this because I need to get in the brows. I'm gonna just do the same thing to the other side. I feel like I need to move my mirror more centered so I can see. And I do like a very high arch. But like I said, this is my way of doing my eyebrows. I feel like I kind of messed up right there, but we're gonna fix it. It's okay. After I'm done with that part, what I like to do next is I get whatever foundation shade that I'm wearing. So I am in between colors, like really bad. So I use the Maybelline Superstay foundation. I have the shade right here, golden beige, and then I have the shade natural beige. These are the two shades, as you can see, and there's no medium shade between this, and I think that's really crazy, because how is this 220 and this is 312? Like, where is 240 or like 250? Like, where is the shade range? I need y'all to get it together and get a middle shade. I'm gonna get the darker shade just because my forehead is a little bit more tanner than the rest of my face. I'm gonna mix just a little bit of my regular foundation shade. And the brush that I like to use for this, y'all remember when the Naked palettes came out and there was always like a little free brush in the makeup palette? This is the brush I like to use. I use the flat side and I squish it. And my nails look messed up right now, but I'm having another appointment in the morning, so don't come for me. I just conceal the top of my eyebrow with my foundation, just like this. Look, this hand to hold my arm so I could have a steady hand, because I do shake a lot. Like, look, my hand just shakes. I've always been like that. I could never be a heart surgeon. They would sue me. And then I just go in and I go along the natural eyebrow line. And for the tail, I just kind of make it how I want it, because there's not really a lot of hair at the end. But we're not done yet. You see, we're not done. We still gotta look good. Just, you know, trust me. Trust the process. Same thing to the other side. And I do like very thin eyebrows. That's like my thing. So next, what I like to do, an OG makeup girl. I used to do makeup back in the day, and I was doing makeup and I was very into makeup during the makeup era. So I still use my ABH dip brow. I feel like this is just a staple item that you could just not go wrong with. I use the Sage Chocolate. I just lightly, and I use the same, I think this is a Milani brow pencil, not gonna lie to you. I just barely like put anything. Like, you see the middle of, okay, like, don't come for me, like I said. You see the middle of it, you see how there's like barely any product in the middle? I like scrape my brush in there just a little bit. Just a little bit of product, a little bit goes a long way. And I'm gonna start at the tails. And I'm gonna just fill in that bottom and go down. And then I'm just gonna go up and just fill in a little bit. I hope y'all can see that. Like I said, this is not the final result. So if I mess up or you think it looks crazy, just remember, it's not gonna always look like this. The look is gonna come together. And then I just do a little bit in the front, not too much, just little hair strokes in the beginning. See, look, that's how the eyebrow should look. And we're gonna do the same thing to the other eyebrow.
Girl, like, go ahead, seriously. I'm just filling in the little hairs in the front.
Eyebrows are perfect. So I'm literally just gonna repeat the steps that I did in the beginning, and I'm gonna conceal the bottom and then conceal the top with foundation, and then we're gonna blend all that out. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and start answering some of you guys' questions that you guys sent me that are actually worth replying to, because some of them were just jokes. The first question I got, and I'm like, seriously, like, should I be funny when I answer this? Someone asked me if my butt was real. Technically, Yes, it's real. They're not implants. It's real but it's a BBL butt. So I don't know if that answers your question the way you wanted it to. So now that the eyebrows are all blended out, I'm gonna go ahead and start priming my face. I am using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. The reason why I haven't got the milk one was because I didn't want to spend, like, if I don't have to spend $50 on a product, I'm literally just not going to. Because who wants to do that? So I tried this one out first because I was like, if I like this one and I finish it, then I'll get the milk one. But I still haven't finished it yet, but I'm about to. So I think a Sephora run is definitely in my near future because I do need a couple new things. I want to try the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder or whatever that all the girls are using. So yeah, I'm gonna let this dry real quick and I'm gonna answer another question. Someone said a day in my life. A day in my life, I feel like in my life, not every day is really the same for me. So it's kind of hard to just say what a day in my life is like. Some days I might have a million things to do, and some days I might not have anything to do, or some days I might have to go to work. So it kind of like varies on what a day in my life is like. But I could do a video on that. After this kind of dries, I like to use the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. The girl said this was good. I have this like yellowish color. I know there's a pink one too, but this is the one that I have. And I just use a little bit. I don't really use a lot. Going with my foundation, so I'm gonna use both colors. I'm gonna mainly use the lighter shade. I just mix it on the back of my hand like this, get a good mixture going, and just apply. And I use like the pointy side of my beauty blender and just dab it all in. And I like having the lace band on whenever I do my makeup because I feel like it prevents me from getting makeup on my lace. And I don't like getting makeup on my lace at all. I feel like that makes your wig get dirtier faster. And I don't like that. I use like whatever's left over on the beauty blender to do my eyelids. And I also blend out whatever's left of that concealer so it doesn't look too harsh. And I really don't put any foundation on my forehead. That's just not what I do. Whatever's left over on the beauty blender, I'm gonna just use to blend out whatever's on top of my eyebrows. But especially when I do have a lace front wig on, I do not put foundation up there. And then I'm gonna do my neck. I'm gonna use the lighter shade for my neck. Okay, this is what the foundation looks like on my skin. I'm just gonna go ahead and do my concealers. So I use two different shades for my concealer. So like I said, I have a very yellow undertone and I like the yellow look. But when I use just yellow by itself, sometimes it looks too yellow and it looks really gross after I set it, because I also use a yellow color for my under eye powder. So I also use the Morphe Hide and Peak Concealer in the shade Peak of Fawn. This is what it looks like. You see, like, this one's more like neutral compared to this one. This one's a lot more yellow. So I'm just gonna show you. Like, I just put a little bit right here and right there. And then I'm gonna do the same thing for the Morphe one. I'm gonna just put it right next. Like, I don't know if you guys could tell, like, the color difference. Like, that one on top is definitely a lot more yellow. I like my concealer to just kind of get a little tacky, so I just let it sit for a minute before I go to blending it out. And also I like to use the flat side of my beauty blender to blend this out. And when I do blend out my concealer, I blend upwards, because I like, you're gonna see at the end of the video once I put my lashes on and stuff, I like that like fox eye look where like it's pulled back. Like I love a good facelift. I don't know why, I just really like that look. Like I love when I get a wig and it just like pulls my eyebrows up. Like you see how my eyebrows have a very like high arch. I like that. Go ahead and start blending this out, and I just dab in the same spots over and over again. Really want to push that concealer into the skin, and I do like a very bright under eye. And then I'm gonna go ahead and blend in this inner corner. And anytime I share these tricks about my concealer on live, people are like, oh my god, that makes so much sense. So this is what it looks like all blended out. So I'm gonna go ahead and start blending it in with the foundation. So I'm gonna use the tip that I use for the foundation, and I'm gonna blend in this bottom piece right here where my nose crease is at. And I'm gonna do the same thing along this whole line right here, so it's not a harsh line. Now you see how it just blends in. And then I'm gonna use the same method up here. Now look at that. That looks so good. So we're gonna do that same thing to this eye. See, look, looks super good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes. To set my under eyes, I do like using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder, using the shade Banana Bread. That's like the yellowish color that I was telling you guys about. And I use the foundation side to do it. And I just like press the powder under my eye lightly. We don't want to use too much. And then I do the same thing to the top. Like whatever's left over, I just add it to my lid, because my lid does get oily. And I usually don't wear eyeshadow. And now it looks perfect. I don't know if you could tell. Like that is such a good transformation. I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Finish HD powder. It's a white powder. This is what it looks like. And I just get a powder brush and I kind of just lightly tap it all over my face. I like to start in the neck and blend out that foundation line that's on your neck. And then wherever I'm kind of like shiny at, I just dab it all over my face. Just a little bit. Like you don't have to do a lot. Like I just go like this and literally just dab. And I even go under my eyes just a little bit. And like whatever, like brush it out, whatever's left over. I don't want it too cakey. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Ulta Brow Lift Laminating Gel. It's from Ulta Beauty. So it looks like. I like this because I feel like brow gel doesn't really like give me that hold that I want. And this, like if you touch my eyebrows, you can be like, ooh, it feels crunchy. Like you know that this brow gel is going to keep your brows in place. So this is why I like this one, and it's clear. I'm gonna go ahead and start on my lashes. I have like a secret method to my lashes. I like using the Duo Lash Glue. It's the brush on stick. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put a light line of glue along my lash line. Just like this. And I put a little more in the outer corner, and you'll see why. We're gonna let that, you know, kind of like dry. And before you guys ask me, because you guys always ask me, especially on live, what lashes are you using? I don't know. 99.9% of the lashes that I wear are from the beauty supply. I get like 2 pair of lashes and I stack them. I always get the 22mm lashes. They're like in a white pack, and I stack them on top of each other. Or like I'll use one, like I'll get one lash and use that whole lash, and then on the other lash I cut it like halfway and attach it to the other lash on top, and I double them up. I always double up my lashes. I'll get like 2 pair of like wispy lashes and stack them. I'm just cleaning my lashes right now, and I'll just curl them just a little bit before I put them on so they're not flat. So this is how I do my magic trick. I just grab them with my nail and I bend the lash strip itself. Like I go like this, that way they're already curved to the natural lash line. Okay, and I just put them on. Well, first of all, I like to do it starting on this corner, not from the inner corner, from the outer corner. So I'm just gonna press it on that lash line like that, pull my lid down and make sure it's on that lash line, right? Just like that. Next step, what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull that skin and pull it on top of that lash, and then just make sure it's pressed on there real good. It's attaching. And that's how I do my lash. I'm gonna literally show you the difference between adding that extra skin on top and not doing that. Do the same thing with the other lash. Curl it. Okay, so if I were to just put the lash on there, like just look, you see how this eye just sits, this lash just sits low on my eye, and this one makes my eye look a lot more open, and it gives that like cat eye look. That's literally why I pull the skin over the lash. Because it adds that extra oomph to the lashes. Need to put a little bit more on my inner corner. You could just always go in and just add a little more if you need to. Like now your lashes look amazing, thanks to me. Really cute. So next I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. I feel like bronzer and contour are kind of like the same thing to me, honestly. I use the Makeup Revolution bronzer in the shade number 1 Cool. I'm gonna grab a little eyeshadow brush. I don't know why I said that. Just grab a little bit and just put it in that crease. Just a little bit, nothing crazy. We just want to add a little bit of dimension to make it seem like a soft beat. I'm just gonna go ahead and start contouring my face. Whatever's left over on the brush, at the end, I'm gonna show you what I do with it. So I just tap it, brush a little off, and I'm gonna go along the natural cheekbone. And when you have your lace band on, this literally saves your lace. And then whatever's left on my brush, I just go along the sides of my nose. I don't have like a crazy like nose contour routine. And then we're gonna grab that eyebrow brush that we used earlier, and I'm just gonna go along this little bridge right here on my nose. And boom, that's literally how I do my nose contour. Nothing special at all. After that is done, I'm gonna go in with my blush. I use this blush palette from ABH. This is what it looks like. Got this at Marshall's. I think it was like $15. This is literally a steal. The shades that I use are the top 2 right here. Especially when I have blonde hair, I like to really use this pink color. So I'm just gonna dab in both and then just kind of like dust it off and then smile. But I have been doing my blush up here recently more than just right here on my the apples of my cheeks. And I just... And it's okay if you put too much, because you could always go back and fix it. Like this one kind of has a little too much. So I just grab my powder brush and blend it out. This one's perfect. This one's literally like, we love her. I'm gonna blend it out a lot actually, because I'm gonna add a different blush on top. I might just go in with my beauty blender and like tone it down a little. That's toned down. I'm gonna go back in with my blush, but I'm gonna be using the NARS Orgasm on top, just to add that little pink look to it. I feel like that looks bomb, like super bomb. I don't know if the light is messing up my makeup, but I feel like she's coming together. Then I'm gonna go back in with my Huda Beauty baking powder, and I'm just gonna cut the crease on my cheeks. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my mascara. I use the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High mascara. Looks like this, and I do have a lot of lashes, so I'm just gonna go in real quick and do this. And you can see, look at my bottom lashes. I have a lot. Now I'm gonna brush off this excess powder. Like, look at that. It looks great. Oh, let me answer these questions. Who's your best friend in the whole wide world? I feel like this is such a childish ass question, because Heaven asked me this and she knows it's her. So anyways, what's the biggest tip I ever gotten at the club? Okay, the biggest tip I've ever gotten, and honestly, like, people, like, it wasn't because the dude was like trying to talk to me. Like, I feel like when people really have money and like you give them like the money thing, like, you know how it has like 20% on there and like 30% and stuff, they literally just press that shit. Like their tab was high as fuck, so my tip was high. My tip was $4,000. That was the highest tip I ever got. Like, I was in the section literally like the whole night, and I was constantly pouring shots, constantly getting Red Bulls, constantly getting waters, constantly bringing them new bottles. But it was so worth it. Like you come back whatever you want to. Like, that's fine. I like people who are like that. Like, people who are not just trying to like talk to you like on that type of level. They just want good service and they want all their people to have a good time. Like, those are my type of people. I'm more of like a, I'm not gonna stand in the section and twerk. First of all, I don't twerk. I'm not gonna do all of that. To get good service if I'm your waitress. That's how I am. Like, you're never gonna need Red Bulls, you're never gonna need waters, you're never gonna need shots. Like, you know how they be like, can you pour shots please? I'm like, of course I'm gonna pour shots. Like, what bottle girl does not pour shots for their tables? Like, you know how some people be like, we never saw a bottle girl after we got the bottles. Like, no, you're gonna see me, you're gonna get annoyed at me because I'm trying to work for my tip. That's the type of bottle girl I am. But yeah, next question, how is it working as a bottle girl? Oh wait, before I start talking about this, I'm gonna be using my NYX white eyeliner on my waterline. Honestly, it's cool. I feel like once you're already in the industry, like, I did work as a bartender for a long time before I started bottle girling. It kind of like just goes hand in hand. It's a little different, honestly, but it's kind of the same thing. Like, you're working in customer service with drinks and alcohol. So yeah, but honestly, I like it. I feel like it's a really good, fast way to make some money. When I'm gonna go ahead and do highlight, I'm not really big on highlighters, so I'm using this Milani highlighter I have. It is what it looks like. It's in the shade 2, which is Day Glow. This is what it looks like. I'm just gonna use a little brush and just, I like to really put it on my nose, the tip of my nose, bridge of my nose, and then just a little bit at the top right here, just a little bit right there, not too much. I'm not really a highlight girl anymore, just tiny bit. I feel like that's perfect. This looks really good. And to like help all those powders on your face, I'm gonna go in with my MAC Fix Plus spray. There's literally a whole handprint of foundation on there. And this is just gonna like really, bring everything together. Yeah, I'm gonna keep talking about this as a bottle girl. The only thing that's really annoying is that like people have like this like perception of like bottle girls, and like they don't want to take like bottle girls serious, or like they think every bottle girl just wants to get some money or just like scam them. And it's just like some of us like are literally just here to do our job. It's like not everyone here is trying to scam you, sir. As a woman, it's so easy to be overly sexualized in that, atmosphere. That's another thing that's really annoying. Like, that comes with being a bottle girl. People have this, like, made-up image in their head of how they feel like we are. I'm also going to go ahead and go with my Luminous Setting Spray by Morphe. I love the way this smells. And I'm going to drown in it. I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips. There's pros and cons about like every job. Like, I love being able to only work a couple of days a week, a couple hours. I love being able to live the lifestyle that I want to live and be able to, like give money to my family whenever they need it and stuff like that. Like there's pros and cons to like everything. Like I said, every job is not just perfect. This is my little makeup, my little lip bag. Real cute. I got it from Ulta. So for my lip liner, I'm just going to be going in with a really brown lip liner, if I can find it. I have this brown lip liner from the beauty supply that I'm going to just sharpen really quick. This is the one that I'm about to use. And I'm just going to go and line my lips. I'm going in with my favorite lip gloss right now. It's called Fortune Cookie by MAC. It's, that's not who it's by. It's called Fortune Cookie by NYX Butter Gloss. It's in this, Fortune Cookie. I'm sorry, my mind is not there right now. It's like really pink. I'm usually more of like a nude girl, but it's like super pink. And I feel like it just does what it needs to. Like, I wish you could see. Like, look at that blend. Look at that. The pink to brown. Like, that's such a fire lip. I have like 3 of these, so I'm just dipping in all of them. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start on my hair real quick. That way I can give you guys the full V look. This shit came out fire. Like, you can't tell me I didn't eat this beat. Ew, don't like that. That was so lame. I feel like I really need to get a lot better at this intro shit, because it's like, it's giving corny, and I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it too hard. Maybe it's not that. Maybe I'm really like good at it. I'm just believe I'm good at it.
The people out there that thank you for supporting me, and if you don't, suck my dick.